I'm Sekou, I'm 18 and I'm from London and I do music. Growing up in Ashby, for me, it was very dull and not alive. Everyone knows everybody, but yeah, and it's a very small city in Leicester. I moved to London last year. I went to school, a music school, and then I left when stuff started to get really busy. It was completely different to like the area that I grew up in. It's so big, you can go to so many different places and just do so many different things. And where I live was far from the city. So when I go into the city, it's like a different world. I grew up with my mum for a lot of my life, and she put me onto Whitney Houston from like day one. And that was the first time I kind of heard a proper singer. And the song was Greatest Love of All. And like, that was the first time I heard like a vocal that I fell in love with, and I listened to her ever since. I love Amy Winehouse, all like the women in pop and soul, like Aretha and stuff. And I love Michael Jackson, I love Stevie. You can be inspired by anything they do. And I think that's really important for like the new artists to kind of watch that. I've always wanted to do like music, and I'd always like to want to perform and stuff and just like show people. Anytime that I sing, everyone's just like a little shocked, and especially because I'm 18 and I just love the attention and the reaction. My mum had a hair salon, so I'd always be singing to like all the clients and everyone that would come in the shop. But I got into singing and I learned how to sing through church, because everyone that stepped into the church could sing. So I was always so obsessed with, you know, their voices and just learning. And obviously when you do it all the time, you're always practicing and you're always teaching yourself like how to do it. And I think that's where I found like my voice and especially like my tone of voice.
I find it hard to figure it out. I gave it my all without a doubt. I made my mind up to rise up, and then made my mind up to be a better man. A better man.
The story kind of behind Better Man was so true and so honest that I think, you know, not having a dad around and stuff, I think I really wanted to do something that was really true to myself for my first song. And it's one of my favorite songs. But when you listen to it for the first time, I think everyone finds their own story, which is really important. I think, you know, not everyone had like the best bringing up as a child. So I think when you hear that, you kind of find yourself in that, and I think that's really important. I really want to make songs that are very meaningful for everybody, not, you know, this type of genre, listen to this. I want to make stuff that everyone can listen to and everyone can feel, especially like when it comes to telling a story and songwriting and just creating what you feel like is honest to yourself. I've always loved, you know, big power ballads and big songs, but there's going to be so many different eras of what I do and so many different takes of music. I kind of want to switch it up and be very more versatile and very more free and just kind of dance, because I've always loved dancing as a child. So I kind of want to start doing stuff like that. And yeah, I'm excited for like the new kind of sounds. I think being like me with clothes is so important, to just kind of be a bit geeky. And I grew up wearing what I like and just, you know, just being in a vibe. And I think fashion is so important, just because you can be yourself and you can express yourself and not really care what people have to say. But I just love to be myself and just very, you know, different and individual. I love the nostalgia vibe, because people really gag onto that kind of stuff and they're obsessed.
It's getting heavy, having to be strong. You said I could be the one. I knew it was me from the jump. You sound so sure of yourself. Only time will tell.
So the story behind Time Will Tell is when I first started writing new music and like started getting into songwriting more, I had this idea, and when I write, I always have these like melody ideas and titles. So I had this title and I couldn't quite think of like what to write about, because I was feeling like really depressed and a bit low. I was feeling like immense of pressure from like lots of people and just kind of everything that was happening. So I kind of wanted to write something like for myself about, you know, life, and that was the song that I wrote. And it's just kind of about being like lonely, you know, you don't know what's going on and you're trying to keep up with everything. But that's how Time Will Tell kind of came about. I think some of the places that I want to achieve and some of the things I want to do, I want to, you know, do arenas around the whole of the country and the whole of the world. But I think my ultimate goal is the Super Bowl. I find it fascinating that you have to be such a big artist and so many songs to do it, and so many like hits and stuff. But no one from the UK as a solo artist has ever done it. I'd love to do it, and I think, you know, it's just a big push for yourself. I would say I'm confident but shy at the same time, but confident because I believe in myself and I feel like I have a goal and a work ethic, you can achieve anything in life. I think it's really important to find who you are and, you know, show people who you are, because people just really want to see that. You know, one thing that I'm really excited for is playing like big shows and live shows, because you get to see all those people that like your music, and just, you know, growing and being bigger. I can't wait, because I'm 19 next week, so I'm really excited to see what 19 has for me.
I'm gonna change your life. You think you know me so well. Only time will tell.